throw in an example and then you tell me what you think about it. We had this lawyer who was allegedly representing people without papers. It was very popular and famous on TikTok.
You're putting me on the spot, Ledger.
No, but because now that's like your kind of like expertise. I don't know if like there's anybody else I can, and it's just been an ongoing thing. Like he's being called to answer questions at DCI and everything, but there's no prosecution yet.
Yeah.
So is that something that I can do actually? Because if it's legal and I can give legal advice, I can walk in court and also represent people. Hey, why not? Since we're living in a free country, why can't I do the same thing then?
Oh my goodness.
Because he did it with even big clients and I was shocked. And he was doing quite well on TikTok with, questions and interactions. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I'll give it as is, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't cancel me, guys. Don't cancel me. But there are two sides of a coin, as usual. So, first of all, clearly it's a systematic problem. Because how is it that we're getting to the point of someone being able to do all that with no adherence to the... of course, he's adhering to the law, but he's not permitted by the law to do so. But how did he get there? You see, can't be that he woke up one day and could decide this and this and no.
Shaking hands with very big people, by the way.
It happened from maybe way back, you see.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's taken such a long time for them to come at him in that way, it shows that it's a systematic problem because you're putting up policies and laws that we as advocates are going to school to struggle so much. You're struggling in the Kenya School of Law, you're struggling in the employment space for it to be just, anyone.
Somebody can just wake up in the morning and...
Yeah, so it's a systematic problem at this point. But yeah, I think with the new incoming leaders...
So we allegedly have broken systems.
We can't close a blind eye to them. We can't see.
No, that's true.
We can't see.
Because even just as much as you can blame him, the same way you've said, like, Kwani, how did he possibly do this for this long with a system in place?
How? And usually look at, you see, with systematic problems, in terms of accountability, accountability should be the standard for everyone. Doesn't matter whether it's who ama who. Kwani this accountability sometimes inatolewa inasema, no, this person can, we can't hold this person accountable, but Njambi, you're the one who, wewe ndio funzo kwa watu. So that's one side of the coin. And the other side, I believe, for me, he was audacious enough, you see.
Yeah.
The fact that he's taken something which is illegal, or not permitted rather, and he's gone with it for such a long time. He's made maybe a fortune. He's made a life for himself. To me, that's a win still.
Yeah, because if you think about even now on that side, I was just like, this is actually very impressive.
It is.
Very impressive.
It is.
Everyone was shocked, but at the same time, it was like, how?
Yeah.
But it shows now the passion that he actually has. But now let me ask you now, even just according to the law, after doing something like that, since he's still passionate, can he ever be granted or given permission, even if he goes to school and learn and everything? Can he always come back and practice? Or now that's something that you can be banned permanently from actually practicing, even if you pass all like the requirements that are needed?
To me, this is how I view it. I think he can't be bad to do so. Maybe to an extent, you see, maybe to an extent of maybe representing people in court. Okay. But in terms of maybe drafting of contracts and maybe working under corporate law or maybe in the humanitarian sector, I think he can. But you see the standard that he's always going to be held at a standard, you see. Yeah. But then if you try to look at the whole thing, what's the wrong there? No. Which hajakosea any institution really.
I can ask another follow-up question on that. Now, all the cases that he represented, right? Yeah. Does that now become like a contract that's null and void because like he did not have what?
For sure.
So every court case that a waste of people's time and money. But, so all those have to be retrials, kind of.
Because you remember the part that I told you, the representation part. You as an advocate, you can represent someone in court. So that part. But then for
So that's tricky.
Bit booky.
Okay, so now if we go back to like now just that aside, of course, but that's something that I really also wanted to ask somebody who has like expertise in that field to just fill me in on that. Because like, for us when we're having debates with friends and we're not all lawyers, So everyone is expressing themselves in terms of like, me, I think this is what you should. But that's not the law, that's not the law. At the end of it, we need to understand like there's a law in place to actually make sure it corrects people where they're wrong, and that's its job.